A few months ago, it finally clicked. A realization that shouldn't have taken me this long to find out, and I was recording a video for the server I was playing on, and I realized during that video that Minecraft was actually more than just a video game for me. I think a lot of people who play Minecraft feel something similar, but never really say it out loud or truly admit to it. Just because there might be something embarrassing about admitting that a block game has genuinely helped your mental health. But I'm done being embarrassed about the things that keep me going, so here we are. If you've watched my previous videos, you've heard me talk about medication, therapy, lifestyle changes, a lot of things, but somewhere in the middle I never really talked about how consistent Minecraft has been in there. It was doing something too, I just wasn't listening. I didn't have the words just yet to describe what it did for me, but I now do. The best way I can describe what Minecraft does for me is it presses pause. When your brain just doesn't stop, like us, it's always somewhere else. Sometimes it's in the conversation you had a few days ago, and the things that might go wrong eventually. It just never stops, and that's exhausting in a way that's really difficult to explain to someone who really hasn't felt that before. But when I play Minecraft, when I genuinely lock in and start playing, none of that gets through. My brain just has one job, and it's to put these silly little blocks in these silly little places to survive the night, or to plan what I want to build, or make something that I'm happy with. It sounds really simple, and that's because it truly is. That's the point. There's actually a neuroscience concept behind this called flow state. When you reach flow state, it's exactly what you have in mind. It's what happens basically when your brain is just fully absorbed. It's something that's challenging enough to keep you engaged, but not too hard that it's overwhelming. And during that state, something just truly amazing happens, and it's the part of your brain responsible for self-criticism, rumination, the constant anxious voice. It just goes quiet. You didn't push it anywhere or force it to stop. It's just your attention is genuinely somewhere else. Also, something that's nice is it releases dopamine and endorphins. You know, the chemicals that people struggling with anxiety and depression lack. Yeah, depression and anxiety robs us of those, and Minecraft just pulls a Uno reverse card on it. Learning this just actually blew my mind a little bit. I knew what was, flow state. I didn't know it did those things for me. But it just validated something that I'd felt for years without really being able to explain it. And now, pair on top of that, the fact that Minecraft is just safe. Safe from my own head. The world of Minecraft is consistent. It follows rules. You put in some effort, and you get something back. You build something, it stays built. You go mine, you get resources. You make an intricate redstone contraption. It works. Most of the time. There's a reliability built within Minecraft that real life just doesn't have. Some days where everything just falls apart, nothing makes sense, and you can't control anything. In Minecraft, you're just always in control. You control what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. You can change game modes, you can change the difficulty, you can make it so it's always daytime, you can keep your inventory, you can do whatever you want. And there's something deeply comforting, about that when everything is just so chaotic in life. Having one place where the rules are simple and the outcomes are predictable, you're in control of something, even if that's just, a block house, a pixelated thing on your computer. I've actually seen that therapists are now starting to recognize this. Some mental health programs are starting to use Minecraft in therapeutic settings. They're actually treating it like a digital sand tray therapy or art therapy, where it helps some people express and process things they just struggle to say out loud. It gives them the safety of an avatar, so being behind a computer screen. So it's allowing people to open up in ways they never really would have in a face-to-face conversation. Now, I used to be really into PvP. All the competition, the little adrenaline, the winning. Bed Wars was my poison on Hypixel back then. And, you know, I genuinely enjoyed it at the time. It was fast-paced. The matches were short enough. There was a decent amount of skill expression. And somewhere along the way, that kind of stopped being what I needed from Minecraft, though. And I switched into... almost completely into PvE, where the goal isn't just to beat anyone, it's just to create something that makes sense to me, and sometimes others, and just be proud of that simple thing. I think that shift says something more about where I was. You know, I was a little younger, competition felt exciting, I had energy for it. And this is gonna sound corny a little, but dealing with mental issues for so long, the last thing you really need is more competition, or like more conflict. I'm already losing the battle in my head, so why would I wanna lose in a game as well, you know? What I needed was like collaboration. Building something with my friends, or sharing what we were working on. Hanging out without real stakes. Just existing together in a world that's like calm and ours, you know? The kind of low pressure social connection is just really hard to find in real life, especially with anxiety. Like socializing, feels like a performance worth of the time. Like there's always something to prove, or some way you might say the wrong thing or misunderstand something. And I'm not exactly sure how I see Minecraft differently than that, but it feels like there's no performance, and it's just people sharing a space without being physically together. And I want to mention mod packs in here for a bit, just because when I play with mods, something happens that I just don't experience anywhere else. I feel like a kid again. I'm discovering the game again for the first time, except there's always something new around the corner. Something that just makes me want and need to figure it out, really. And there's so many new games all the time, and you play them, and they're fun for a little bit, but they don't have the same replayability that Minecraft has. And adding mods to Minecraft just really changes everything. It's still Minecraft, but it tweaks it. And the sense of wonder is something that depression steals from you. And it's one of the cruelest things about it. Everything is flat. Everything is monotone. And things that would excite you normally just don't anymore. There's no texture. Everything loses its color, right? But suddenly, you start playing a mod pack or a server with custom stuff, and there's tens of different systems to learn, materials to discover, machines to build, and your brain just lights up. Like it hasn't for weeks, and it's like finding a crack in all of the numbness of it all, and just trying to push through it. It's not just the game anymore, it's that feeling of like pure curiosity, of not knowing what's next, and being actually excited about something small. And finally, I want to be clear, Minecraft isn't a cure. I know, you know, we know. It doesn't replace things like therapy, medication, or actually dealing with it all. There have been plenty of times where I used gaming as a way to avoid things I needed to face. There's a fine line between using it as a tool and using it as a hiding place. and it's very hard to figure out which is which. I've been on both sides of that line now, and it's worth being honest about that. But we're also too quick about dismissing things that genuinely help, just because they don't look like traditional therapy. Not everyone can afford a therapist. Not everyone is ready to talk to someone. Not everyone has the words to describe things, and not everyone has a support system. And for those people, having one place that feels safe, where the noise gets real quiet, the world feels manageable, that matters. Minecraft has been that for me, where I was just a kid who wanted to explore, but I could still do it inside all this heaviness while playing Minecraft. And I'm not embarrassed about that anymore. Minecraft is my game. It's my place, and I hope that resonates with you. Thank you. Bye.